We just saw Isle of Dogs, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it here in the car and have a discussion. The review video is spoiler free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video to find out what we thought. And if you want to hear everything including spoilers, move on from this one to the discussion video, which is called Isle of Dogs, movie discussion with spoilers. This is the new film from Wes Anderson. It's his second animated, stop-motion animated film since Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I really enjoyed it. I was pretty sure that I would. I've liked most of Wes Anderson's movies, especially the ones he's made over like the last 5 or 10 years. I think he gets a little bit better every time and tighter every time. Animation's really great for him because he likes things to be a very specific way. He likes the camera to move a specific way. He likes lots of symmetry in his shots and things to move in a certain direction and the humor to come off in a certain manner, and all of that is completely at his control in stop motion animation. So all of that's great. I don't know whether to go into it now or not, but I'll go into it now. We had one of the worst audience experiences because there was an older couple and their son, probably, sitting behind us, who had to do some kind of reaction to everything that happened, literally everything that happened in the movie. One of the things was anytime the background would change, they would get excited, and one of them would do they didn't know it, but they were doing a straight-up impression of Owen Wilson, who's not in this movie, but it was like he was in the theater with us because every time the background changed, there was another, wow.
I'm followed by a glass-shattering laugh that just, but...
And every piece of text on the screen that wasn't a subtitle was read aloud by the mother.
Yeah.
So, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'll pass it over to Chris.
Yeah, no, we had a bad audience experience, but don't fault the movie for that. If anything, that should be an indication that, they obviously enjoyed the movie, and I enjoyed it, and I think you will too. I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, and I know Wes Anderson's pretty polarizing. You either love him or you hate him, so if you hate him, odds are you're not going to like this movie either. But If you are a Wes Anderson fan, or at least familiar with his other films, this one, like Dale said, Wes Anderson gets tighter and tighter with his films. I know a lot of his previous films always involve like a dysfunctional family, and the plot kind of meanders, and the comedy lies in just those funny, everybody's deadpan and, just talking about absurd things. But this one's more of it has a more defined plot. There's a real struggle going on, and it doesn't waste a lot of time with all the banter between the dysfunctional family members. I mean, there is a dysfunctional family, and in fact, they actually kind of disappeared like halfway through the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the group of dogs.
Yeah.
So that was a little disappointing because they could have been interesting characters, but you'll see what I mean. But it was great. I enjoyed it. Go see it. It's definitely worth a night out. And Wes Anderson, it's just another... He's a consistent director. It just gets better and better, so yeah.
And one final note before we close up this, if you are parents thinking about taking your kids to this movie, as some people in our audience did, there are some scenes in this movie that are not for the squeamish, that didn't disturb me at all and probably wouldn't have bothered my kids, but it did bother the obnoxious adults behind us every time something like that happened. They show some gore in the movie. There's some sushi preparation that goes on it's all stop motion,
and even dog on dog violence too.
Bad things happening to dogs. People get more upset about things happening to dogs than people in movies, so keep that in mind. Just because it's animated doesn't mean it's for kids, so take that for what it's worth, and use your own judgment.
That's another Wes Anderson trope too. They have all these cutesy, fanciful scenes, and then there's usually at least one or two scenes of shocking brutality. It's almost like the Coen brothers. There's always a scene where you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that, and there's blood everywhere. But don't let that turn you away, though. It's still definitely worth seeing.
Yep, so that's our review. If you like what we do, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.